So you want to go to Monterey Car Week? Well, you came to the right place, my friend. As somebody who's been going to Monterey Car Week for almost 5 years, I am going to tell you everything you need to know before you even think about going to Monterey Car Week. Here is the full JJ by the Bay Monterey Car Week guide from a car spotter. I'm going to cut to the chase. We all want to go to Monterey Car Week. It's the greatest automotive event of all time. But the one thing that you need to get on ASAP before you even think about going to Monterey Car Week is the hotels. If this is your first time going to Monterey Car Week and you plan to stay multiple days, you have to be actively looking for hotels and Airbnbs right after the previous car week ends. Right after car week, you have to be actively looking for all the places to stay because they're going to be at their lowest price and they're going to be scooped up really, really quick. If you recall my 2024 Monterey Car Week series, my friends and I booked this Airbnb all the way in November. So you have to be actively looking the previous year so that you can get the best place possible. I also recommend staying with multiple people because when you stay with multiple people, it's way more fun and also the price is a lot cheaper. So now you have a place, but you don't know where to go. Well, let's dive deep into that. Monterey Car Week usually falls on the 2nd to 3rd week of August. It consists of about 10 days full of automotive events and activities. The first 5 days is when all the billionaires and millionaires are all flying in with their private jets to Monterey Car Week with their cars. So here's what you should hit up when you're there during those first 5 days. Friday is the Monterey Car Week kickoff from Laguna Seca to downtown Monterey. $1 million classic cars already roaming the streets of Monterey, but that is only the beginning. On Saturday and Sunday of the first weekend, you're going to want to be at Laguna Seca because this is the Rolex Monterey pre-reunion. Now this is preparation for the Rolex reunion the next weekend after, but it's just as good. A lot of your favorite classic hypercars and modern race cars will all be there, so you don't want to miss out on that. But if you don't want to spend roughly $70 for a ticket, you can always just camp 17 Mile Drive. And this is the most crucial part about Monterey Car Week during these first few days. Because it's the early stages of Monterey Car Week, not everybody is there. So all of these hypercar owners are going to want to go to 17 Mile Drive and get their private shoots in, which is why you see a lot of people, especially photographers, taking pictures of these crazy hypercars in these early stages of Monterey Car Week, and that's how people get FOMO. So if you don't want to get FOMO, I recommend going to 17 Mile Drive these first 5 days. But if you don't want to camp 17 Mile Drive all day testing your luck, on Monday, Porsche Monterey also hosts their Porsche Classic Reunion. All the Porsche owners, ranging from Porsche 911s to 959s, 918s, anything Porsche, they will close the street in front of Porsche Monterey and they will line it up with Porsches. So if you're a Porsche enthusiast, I highly recommend that event. So now you know what happens the first 5 days of Monterey Car Week. But from Wednesday to Sunday, the last 5 days of Monterey Car Week is when things get a lot crazier because everybody is starting to come in. Wednesday is the most crucial day because that's when all the auctions start unloading and setting up for their events, such as Bottoms, RM Sotheby's, and Gooding Company. Wednesday is also when the Rolex reunion starts. So if you love race cars and race cars in action on the track, that's where you need to go. Now, since everybody is going to be there the last 5 days of Monterey Car Week, you're going to want to do a lot of things early. So I recommend waking up at around 5 to 6 a.m., getting breakfast early so that you can enjoy these events without having the hassle of getting through the crowd. Now, Thursday is when things start spicing up. It is the first day of RM Sotheby's auction. I highly recommend RM Sotheby's because they usually have the best cars ever auctioned. And if you don't want to spend $70 for a wristband just to check out all the parked cars up close to the Portola Hotel or the wharf where all the cars that are getting auctioned are, you're in luck because inside the Portola Hotel, there's usually 1 to 2 crazy expensive classic cars. I remember in 2023, the 250 GTO and the 250 SWB were on a display. It was beautiful. But last year in 2024, there was the Mercedes W196 Sterling Moss F1 car, which sold for over $50 million. I have no idea how much it sold for, but it was a lot of money. And the Ferrari 410 Sport Spider by Scaglietti, which is only a 1 of 2. So RM Sotheby's will always have about $100 million just sitting inside the Portola Hotel. And you can spot some celebrities in there. I remember a friend of mine spotted Joe Lacob, who is the owner of the Golden State Warriors. So keep a lookout. You might see somebody that you know. Now Thursday is also when Mecum, the Legends of the Autobahn, and the Ferrari Owners Club all do their events. All of them are great events. I'd highly recommend Mecum because Mecum always has some great auctions going on. And if you're a European fanboy just like myself, please go to Legends of the Autobahn. It's free. You will see everything from Porsches, BMWs, Mercedes, Audi, everything. It is one heck of an event. But something that I highly regret not attending on Thursday is the Tour d'Elegance at Pebble Beach. All the cars go out and do a parade, $1 million classics, hypercars, one-to-one concepts. It is amazing. I wish I would have gone these last couple of years, but I'm not gonna make the same mistake. Some crazy cars to highlight that were at the Tour d'Elegance last year. The Mercedes Low-Tech C1000. I'm still jealous that I didn't get to see it. Congrats to everyone who did see it though. Now Friday is the greatest day during Monterey Car Week. Of course, if you have like $5,000 laying around, you want to spend everything because this is when all the paid events happen. Now, I'm not going to skip on Quail because Quail is the greatest car event that I've ever been to. I know it's $2,000 for a wristband, but if you can get connections and get in there, it will change your life. Trust me. Now, if you're not fortunate enough to be able to afford Quail or make it into Quail, you can always check out the Quail parking lot or wait until 5 to 6 p.m. when everybody is leaving and you might catch your favorite hypercars leaving. You might not be able to see the cool concept cars or one-of-ones that are being unveiled, but you still get to see a good chunk of that event leaving. Friday is also when all the auctions are happening. So Gooding, Mecum, Arm Sotheby's, Bonhams, they are all happening. Every single one of those events is amazing. Check them out. It doesn't matter which one you go to because there will always be amazing cars there. Oh yeah, and another event for my European fanboys, Works Reunion. All the European cars will be there. I highly recommend you check that out. But this tip I'm about to tell y'all is something that I wish I knew these last couple of years that I've been going to Monterey Car Week because it did change my life last year. Thursday to Saturday on 17 Mile Drive in the afternoon is a prime spot for everything. From seeing your favorite hypercars to seeing your favorite YouTubers, everything is in 17 Mile Drive from Thursday to Saturday. Some spots I recommend on 17 Mile Drive: Spanish Bay, Bird Rock, all the little sightings on the side of the road where cars pull off because there's always going to be a photo shoot there no matter what, and the Pebble Beach Terrace. The Pebble Beach Terrace is somewhere that you want to be. The terrace contains Casa Ferrari, the Bugatti stand, the Brabus stand, etc. And in some cases, I won't guarantee this, in 2024, Nilu did an unveiling at the Pebble Beach Terrace. It was a private unveiling. I loved it. We were able to speak with Sasha, the person who built the Nilu 27, but you just want to look out for those events that are under the radar. Now, before I talk about Saturday, which is the ultimate ending to Monterey Car Week, here are a couple honorable mentions that I also recommend you check out. One is the Koenigsegg house. It's self-explanatory. All the Koenigsegg's will be there. Two, Ferrari collector David Lee's house. He has his entire Ferrari collection sitting outside in the patio area. And I know you guys are screaming, what about Ocean Avenue? Well, I'm about to talk about that right now. Doesn't matter what day you go, Ocean Avenue is always going to be stacked. I recommend going at night from about 6 p.m. all the way to 12 a.m. because that is the prime time to be at Ocean Avenue. Now, this spot has skyrocketed in popularity in recent years. It is close to Ocean Avenue. It's called the L'Auberge Carmel Hotel, and you will find a bunch of crazy hypercars parked outside. Usually Miller Motor Cars parks all their insane hypercars outside of the L'Auberge Hotel. Just be prepared to be fighting a bunch of people trying to get the same shot because a lot of car spotters do go there. Now we go on to Saturday, which is probably the most insane day you will ever experience during Monterey Car Week. Traffic's at an all-time high. Every single event is happening, and don't even get me started on Exotics on Broadway. No, I'm not hating on Exotics on Broadway, but it is the absolute most insane event during Monterey Car Week. Because it's a free event, because all the hypercars are going there all at once, you are going to be fighting a lot of people for the same exact shot. If you haven't been to Exotics on Broadway, you should go. Experience it once. It is the most anticipated show during Monterey Car Week. But some other events that are happening on Saturday is Concorso Italiano and Monterey Motorsport Festival. Concorso Italiano is the ultimate Italian car enthusiast car show. from Ferraris, Lamborghinis, De Tomasos, you name it, it's all there. Monterey Motorsport Festival is basically a Forza Horizon Festival type event. They have DJs, nice cars, celebrities. It is awesome. I cannot wait to go to Monterey Motorsport Festival this year. I highly recommend you check it out. I've heard many great reviews from that event. Oh yeah, and I also highly recommend you go to Pebble Beach and 17 Mile Drive on Saturday because that is when they're setting up for the Concours d'Elegance. If you can get into the terrace area, you can tour the preview of the show. They will have every single concept car imaginable there, and the Bugatti stand will also be open, so be sure to check that out. I also recommend you do that in the morning because everybody's going to be at Exotics on Broadway and all the other major events, so that is your chance to get there early and get your photos in. Now on Sunday, it's a chill day. Everybody is usually leaving Saturday night, but if you're sticking for the final hurrah of Monterey Car Week, the only event that's happening on Sunday is the Concours d'Elegance. If you have $500+ for a ticket. It's the Monterey Car Week tradition, so if you have the money, do it. And before I end this video, here are also some really vital tips that you should know. Wi-Fi is gonna suck in Monterey. Since there's millions of people in Monterey at the same time, the grid is gonna be very stressed. So be prepared to not get any Wi-Fi in some areas, specifically the Quail area. The Quail area, the Wi-Fi sucks there, so be warned. I also recommend bringing lots of water, snacks, and pre-made meals since you're not gonna wanna waste time waiting for food because that is vital time for car spot. And I'm gonna mention it again. Go with a group of friends or family because the costs will be way lower and the experience will be elevated. So that, my friends, is my guide to Monterey Car Week. If I missed anything, please make sure to comment it down below. Be sure to save this video next time you plan on going to Monterey Car Week. Or you can also check out my Monterey Car Week series from last year and also the years before. But anyways, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.